Hi guys, I'm Nidhal and this is a curved barbell and it is a stainless steel. The metal has been used to make this bar because of its ductility and high density. The bar have been used for a strength training for a centuries, so through a countless cycle of the loading, it cannot yield or permanently bend, so the metal make the most sense between the other material. The process to make this bar start with melt the metal and the alloy. After that, the molten steel reduced to a stainless steel level, cut into the column, machine to be the barbell. The bar need to go to quality control where the bar has to be straight and then nail the bar so that it can be easy to grip like. The properties of the metal is that it is a lustrous, malleable, ductile, high density, good resistant to corrosion, and lastly good conductor of heat and electricity. The other materials such as composite and ceramic are not suitable to make this bar because the ceramic are very brittle, so they can break without bending at all, while the composite are very lightweight, so it will be difficult or impossible at all to be put into the weight dimension of the barbell.
Metal are infinitely recyclable, so it is eco-friendly where it just can use a little energy to make the new metal. That's all. Thank you everyone.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Adam Haiqal bin Subahan and my metric number is 2111849. So today I'm gonna talk about plastic bags. In general, plastic are created from a group of synthetic molecules known as polymer. Polymers are large, easy to create and made up of a repeating molecule called monomer. In a plastic bag, these repeating structures are made up of ethylene. Ethylene is chemically changed into polyethylene, the building block of all plastic bags. Because plastic bag is created in this such pattern, it is easy to manipulate into a variety shapes and densities. There are many types of plastics such as HDPE plastics, LDPE plastics and others. But today I'm going to tell you only about HDPE plastics. So this is the example of HDPE plastics. HDPE is stand for high density polyethylene and is the most common used in store and grocery. This plastic is made of straight molecule chains that branch very little, staying in linear from beginning to the end. This linear structure creates a very strong material which is the common grocery bag is light yet can hold many times its own weight without tearing. Characteristics of HDPE include moderate opacity, a prosperity to crinkle, a greater degree of strength than other plastic, and lack of ability to stretch. I think that's all from me about HDPE plastics. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. My name is Afif. In my right hand just now is a plastic straw. It is made from a synthetic polymer which we call polypropylene. I'm choosing this item because it is often being used in our life, especially when we go outside to have a dinner like that. So the polypropylene is made using a propylene gas and a fuel made up of hydrogen and carbon atoms. The gas goes through a chemical reaction which called polymerization, and a lot of propylene molecules form a very long chain, and which we call it a polypropylene. And the properties of polypropylene is it is good in heat resistant, semi-rigid, and good chemical resistance. So what I want to learn more about this item is how we can change, how we can make this plastic straw to become more easy to be decomposed, so that we can have so that we can save and keep our environment clean and not pollute. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Afnan and today we'll be talking about this phone charger, the main material that is used to make this phone charger, which is metal. So why manufacturer opt for this metal is because of the properties that it holds. The first properties is the mechanical properties of it. So it is very hard, very stiff, and very tough, making it hard to break. And while being hard, it is also very easy to be recast and to be reshaped into any shape because of its high level of ductility. And next, we talk about the electrical properties of it. This metal at the tip of it, it has a non-localized electron, which is a type of electron that move freely. This properties is very important because it can conduct electricity very well, which is the most important aspect of the phone charger. The example of metal that used in this phone charger is stainless steel. As you can see, this phone charger has been used for long, but there's no rusting. There's no rust at all in any tip of this, nor this one, because of the stainless steel that's used. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Ahmad Baihaqi. This is floor tiles or mosaic. Floor tile is made of ceramic. Ceramic is a compound between metallic and non-metallic. I choose this mosaic because this is the common ceramic thing we found in our house. In kitchen, toilet, floor tile is made of clay and additional materials such as ceramic, glass through a combustion process. If we use other materials such as metal to replace this ceramic, metal is a good heat conductor, so people cannot step on this metal floor too long as it hot. Ceramic has high melting point, so they are heat resistant. So if there are fires start at home, it cannot be spread easily. So I hope I can learn more about ceramic, as if we can improve ceramic, we can improve mosaic tile too. Mosaic tile can become much cheaper and make their installment easier, as their installment is quite challenging too, as they need some kind of growth or adhesive so they do not pop off from the floor easily. I want to share something interesting with you guys. Maybe some of you heard or not about it, which is called PVC floor, which is vinyl flooring and laminate flooring. You can search more about it in Google. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Today I'll be presenting about this water bottle from the brand Tupperware. This bottle is made from polymer known as polypropylene. It is the group number 5 plastic. Polypropylene, also known as polypropylene, is a thermoplastic polymer used in a wide variety of applications.
Spec test will be done first, where the pellets are analyzed on light table to look for contaminants. Second, they will observe if the materials retains odors, and then viscosity tests will be carried to check the flow rate of plastic to be molded. PP with high flow rate will fill the plastic mold more easily during production. Thirdly, color pigments will be inserted to the pellets. Then, they introduce regrind or reclaim materials to make sure all scrapes are used. And then initial run will be made to measure the color and clarity of plastic. Next, the pellets are siphonized into injection molding machine, and lastly, it will be placed in a high-pressure mold to shape it as a bottle.
Other safest plastics that can be used to store food or drinks are plastic number 2 and plastic number 4.
Plastic number 1, 3, 6 and 7 are not advisable to be used as food containers, although PET are used in most soda bottles, but it is only okay to be used once.
The properties of PP are: it is semi-rigid, translucent, tough, and it has good chemical or heat resistance. Fun fact: polypropylene is one of the easiest plastics to recycle. It can be reused up to 50 times without appearing to lose its strength. PP can also be incinerated or disposed of in landfill sites
without any harm to the environment. The conclusion is, before buying food containers, choose the type of plastic carefully so we have a safer environment and a safer you.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Aleeya. So today I'm going to talk about this plastic tumbler. It is made from synthetic polymer, or to be exact, polypropylene, PP. Polypropylene is made from polymerization, in which the propylene monomer is subjected to heat and pressure in the presence of catalyst system. So now let's talk about the properties of PP. The first properties is good fatigue resistance, means that we could use it repeatedly for years and years without it being broken or leaked. The next properties is semi-rigid, means that it's stiff and solid, but it's quite flexible. And it is also translucent, where it allows light to go through it. And the last properties is good heat resistance, where if I put hot water into this PP bottle, the shape will remain the same. But if I put hot water into this PET, polyethylene terephthalate bottle, it will turn out to be like this. So it's obvious why polypropylene is the material that more suitable for us to use to produce tumbler. Last but not least, as all of us know, polymers take hundreds to thousands of years to decompose, and it's bad for our environment. So what I want to learn more about this material is how we could turn it into a biodegradable polymer so that it will be better for our earth. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hi everyone, my name is Alif, Imran, and Ahmad, and today I will show you my shampoo bottle. So I think you all know that this bottle is made from polymer. So what does polymer means? The word polymer derived from two parts, which is poly and mer. So the word poly means many and mer means parts. So in short, we can say that polymer is a substance that consists of many repeating units. So if you see at the bottom here, you can see that the resin identification code is 2. What does it mean by 2? It means that this bottle is made from HDPE, high density polyethylene. Like I said before, the word poly means many, and ethylene is the monomer of this bottle, which consists of C2H4. And the advantages of HDPE is that it has a high strength to weight ratio, and it also has a rigid characteristic. So I think that's all from me, and I hope that in the future I can learn more about how does this bottle made from scratch, and until it's become a nice bottle like this. So that's it from me. Thank you.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Alif Muqri, and I will be talking about stainless steel. So what is stainless steel? Stainless steel is an alloy steel with a minimum of 10.5% chromium content by mass. I find this remarkable because stainless steel is notable for its corrosion resistance, and it is widely used, especially when it comes to food handling and cutlery, among many other applications like fork, spoon, kitchen knife spread. How does this work? How does this type of steel works in daily life? So basically, when this type of steel make contact with water, right, it undergoes a process called the passivation process. The way it works is that the chromium content in the stainless steel reacts with oxygen in ambient air. Thus, the chromium oxide layer is reformed and protected against corrosion. What about the properties of stainless steel? So stainless steel has two main properties like electrical resistivity and thermal conductivity. So when it comes to electrical resistivity, stainless steel has higher electrical resistance compared to carbon steel, like a comb wire. And when it comes to thermal conductivity, we have that stainless steel has lower thermal conductivity rather than carbon steel, like pan. I hope that everyone can acknowledge by the fact that steel is very beneficial in human daily life so that we can produce more material that is convenient in our future time. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Alif Syahmi, and my metric number is 2112637. Okay, tonight we're gonna talk about this. We call it as a plastic glue hanger. I believe that everyone already know what is this because it is very useful in our daily life, right? Okay, without further ado, let me know what is the main material you manufacture to make this. Okay, usually we use polystyrene or polycarbonate to make plastic glue hanger. That's why it is not easily to be recycled. And as you can see that I can freely move it from the right to the left like this. It means it is very light. Yes, you can breathe it every time and everywhere you go. And if you put the force and bend it like this, it cannot be easily to be broke. If you use a wooden stick, you put a little force, I believe that that wooden stick easily broke into two pieces. But if you use a plastic coat hanger, it can bend very well because it is made from a polymer. And a polymer have a high durability compared to the wooden stick, right? You search on social media, you can see that how Sem1 use this to discipline their children.
Assalamualaikum. I'm Alif Ziqri, and here is the keychain that I bought from Shopee. Do you know that this keychain is under the mechanical characteristic of polymer, which is temperature. The temperature has two types. which are thermoplastic and thermoset. What I want to tell you here is about thermoset because this keychain is one of the example of thermoset. They are epoxy. What is thermoset? Thermoset is a polymer that bond in a reversible chemical bond during curing and it cannot remelt and reshape again. Do you know how to make this keychain? Basically, we use epoxy. Epoxy has two parts, resin and hardener. When it's mixed together, the reaction happen in such a way a crosslink happen. The reaction that sort like we can play around, we call it pot life, and you can also call it curing. And when it hard, we call it cure. Why we use epoxy to make a keychain? This is because it was transparent and it a flexible medium that you can use on a lot of artwork. You can use it on to create jewelry, good furniture, preserve an organic object like leaf and flower, and lastly you can paint with it. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Alysha. So, these are CDs. There are many types of CDs such as game CDs, movie CDs and others. The CD is made of polycarbonate. Polycarbonate or PC are a group of thermoplastic polymers containing carbonate groups in their chemical structures. Polycarbonates used in engineering are strong and tough materials. They are easily worked, molded and thermoformed. Because of these properties, polycarbonates find many applications. Polycarbonates do not have a unique resin identification code (RIC) and are identified as other, which is 7 on the RIC list. A major polycarbonate market is the production of compact discs, DVDs and Blu-ray discs. These discs are produced by injection molding polycarbonate into mold cavity that has on one side a metal stamper containing a negative image of the disc data, while the other mold side is a mirrored surface. It is composed of a clear polycarbonate plastic substrate, a reflective metallic layer and a clear protective coating of acrylic plastic. I chose this because I myself just found out that CD is made under polymer which is polycarbonate. I think other material are used to here, so I want to learn more further about how CDs are made. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Arrisya and here is the cup and saucer set that my mom used for serving tea to guests. This cup and saucer set are made from ceramics. But why ceramics? Why not other materials like plastic or glass? Ceramics retains heat better than other material. Beverages served in ceramic loses heat at slower rate because of heat conduction is slowed down by the little air pockets developing inside the ceramic that act as insulation. There are 4 basic steps to make a ceramic cup. First, cutting of clay. Second, rolling. Third, connecting the handle. And lastly, firing. At first, specific type of clay is chosen and cut to obtain the correct mold. Second, clay is placed on a pottery wheel to manually create the desired form of the cup. And third, we need to connecting the handle and the cup by mashing up the 2 parts together and use vinegar and water as a glue. And lastly, the cup will be heated at high temperature until they are mature enough to be the last product. The whole thing about ceramic is very interesting to me. Other than what you use for making household utensils, I want to know more about the ceramic application, especially in engineering field.
Hi, my name is Asri, and here I have a phone stand made out of hard plastic or known as high density polyethylene plastic, HDPE plastic. So why this material? HDPE plastic is a very cost effective material, which means that we can get this phone stand at such a low price in the market. It is an easier material to get since that plastic is the most produced material in the world currently. It is also a very durable material, which means that it can hold our phone and prevent it from falling off. Next, the properties of the material. This material is flexible, which means that we can shape them into any products we are producing. it also has a higher tensile strength compared to other forms of polyethylene, which means that it is far more durable and stronger than them. It is also a good chemical resistant, which means that it can prevent our phone from undergoing corrosion. From my studies I also find out how plastic were being made. Plastics are made from raw materials such as natural gas, oil, and plants, which were refined into ethane and propane. These ethane and propane were then treated to heat in a process known as cracking, where they were converted into monomers such as ethylene and propylene. This material were then combined to form various types of polymers such as this one, such as HDPE plastic. I wish to find out more and learn more about how this material can be converted into such a good ways, because it is one of the best ways to recycle this thing. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. I'm Auni. Today I will talk about this hand sanitizer bottle. The material of this bottle is polymer, and specifically it is PET, which stands for polyethylene terephthalate. The PET is made up of repeating units of ethylene terephthalate monomer. Basically, PET is way better for packaging compared to some other polymer. This is because it has high strength to the weight ratio, highly transparent, and also resistant to moisture. PET is also widely used because of their low environmental pollution and also low energy consumption. In this case, the PET is used as the hand sanitizer bottle because it is chemically inert and does not react with the product. The other common properties of the PET is that it is highly flexible, as you can see, and it has good moisture and gas barrier. It is made up when two basic materials of PET, which are ethylene glycol (EG) and also purified terephthalic acid (PTA), are mixed at high temperature and low vacuum pressure. The chains of the ethylene terephthalate gets longer as the mixture thickens. The reaction stops once a proper chain length is reached. The resulting PET strands are now being extruded, rapidly cooled, and cut into small pellets. That is how PET is made. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Aida Saira binti Muhammad Zaki. My metric number is 2116374. So in this video, I want to talk about safety pin as a metal. The most common metals used in safety pins are spring steel, brass, and stainless steel. Most fasteners without critical strength requirement are made from spring steel, an alloy of iron that has a high carbon content more than 0.5%. By varying the proportion of carbon added to iron, spring steel can have high tensile strength that allows it to flex and return to its original shapes. Then stainless steel is an alloy that includes chromium and nickel. With a mirror-like finish, stainless steel is used when corrosion temperature and strain are consideration. However, for some safety pin applications, a type of low-carbon stainless steel which costs less than stainless steel is used. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hello, I am Asri binti Muhammad Syahmi. As you can see here, this is my glass eating plate. This glass eating plate was made from glass, which is one type of ceramic. How it was made? Firstly, the glass was sent into power-driven roller. Then it was produced in size of thinner sheet and larger length to be sheared into sections. Then the glass passed through the annealing stage before being cut into round shape size. After that, it was being ground and polished before it was sold to the market. Why I choose this material and why not other material? The reason is because as a user, when it comes to daily use, this glass can be reused. For example, this material can handle oil stain very well because it is washable compared to plastic. The material of plastic is not very friendly to oily food base as it requires more work to remove the stain. The property of this material is firstly, glass is non-porous and chemically inert material. This glass will not leach chemicals or metal traces into your meal and won't even react with highly acidic food. Besides, glass is a good heat insulator because it does not allow the flow of electrons from atom to atom. What I want to learn more about this material is its atom arrangement because glasses are sometimes called amorphous materials.
Thus, this leads that the glass can be considered to have a random arrangement of atoms. So that's all from me. Thank you so much.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Asri and here my watch that I bought 4 years ago and it's made from stainless steel. It's still nice and in good condition without any rust and still shiny like I bought it for the first time. Basically, steel is an alloy of iron and carbon and stainless steel is containing the atom of iron, 11% of chromium and 1.2% of carbon. Chromium in this watch will prevent the forming of the rust on my watch, and the carbon will act as a stopper to give the tendency to the localize of the arrangement of an atom in the watch. So my watch will be stiff, strong yet ductile, so that my watch can still in a good condition if it is fall to the ground. It is also not transparent to visible light, so that my watch can be lustrous or shiny when polished, but when you not polish, it is also shiny. Based on my experience, I prefer stainless steel than others such as silicone because I can wear this in any condition and weather. And the best part is the stainless steel are hard to be damaged. Unlike the silicone, it is low tensile strength, so when you stretch it, it can be easily broke. That's all for me. Thank you. Bye.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I am Sem1 and in this video I would like to share about my stainless steel spatula. For that, for those who didn't know what is the use of this spatula, or this is your first time you see this spatula, let me explain. So, the spatula is one of the kitchen tools that usually our mom loves to use to flip the crabby patty or chicken patty, and if you have ever watched the SpongeBob SquarePants, the spatula that SpongeBob also used is made from stainless steel. So, what is stainless steel? Stainless steel is a combination of iron and carbon and some addition of chromium around 11%. And because of the some addition of chromium, it is different between stainless steel and steel. And stainless steel spatula is one of the utensils that have corrosion resistance. Why we use this stainless steel spatula? Why we don't use the silicone or this wooden spatula? The reason why we use this stainless steel spatula, it is because stainless steel is more easier to clean and wipe off. If we use the wooden one, it is hard to clean it because it will have the stain after we use it. And usually after we use the silicone one, also it will have the oil stain. So it is a bit difficult to clean it compared to the stainless steel spatula. Can you imagine if we use this silicone spatula during cooking time? Of course, this silicone spatula can be melted, and it is not good because some scientists said that it has a harmful substance. Furthermore, the stainless steel spatula is narrative. The narrativity of the stainless steel has endless advantages, meaning that no rust and no corrosion, no harmful chemicals are produced during cooking process. Chromium forms a filler of chromium oxide around the surface of the steel object, and it prevents rusting. For the characteristic, as we can see now, the stainless steel have a glossy appearance, meaning that it looks glossy, shiny, and bright. Next, stainless steel spatula is more stronger and tough compared to the silicone spatula. You can see when I try to bend it, the stainless steel spatula, it is harder compared to when I try to bend the silicone spatula, it's more easier. So, we can say that one of the properties of stainless steel spatula is stiff and strong, but yet ductile. And yes, the price of this stainless steel spatula is affordable. And last but not least, I want to share with all of you about the process of this stainless steel spatula. There are 6 steps to make this stainless steel, and the process starts with melting and tasting, forming, heat treatment, descaling, cutting, and finishing. That's all from me, and thank you.
Hello, my name is Fadil Ahmad bin Tarmizi. So today, I want to talk about badminton racket string. So here is my racket, and this is the string of my racket. So, did you know, originally badminton string were made of a natural element gut. But most players right now prefer nylon string, just like this, because it is to improve the string of tension, the tension of the string, and they also increase the speed of the game. Most players use the synthetic material like a nylon. Is because it's more cheaper and provide the same qualities as the natural string. That is why the nylon used to make the string of badminton racket, because the synthetic material is more cheaper and cheaper to produce, and it is strong and long lasting than the natural string.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Al-Faiz bin Muhammad Nasir, currently standing on this pavement made from rubber. The material used to make this rubber pavement is a crumb rubber. Why we use the crumb rubber as the material? Because it has a better skid resistance, fatigue crack resistance, and also increased rut resistance. How it is made? It makes from the recycled old tires. We green up the old scrap tire and we take the crumb rubber, and then the crumb rubber we put it into a liquid product to create this rubber pavement. Why we don't use the other material? It's because the cost to make it is relatively low, and the ecological impact of this is very environmentally. Properties of this material is flexibility and durability, long-lasting lifespan, soundproof, waterproof and environmental friendly. What I learned from this material is it is used widely in our daily life. It is used in a recreational, sport, industrial, and also decorative and urban areas while reducing the pollution and waste. Do you know that this rubber pavement is resistant of any growth of bacteria and fungus? And is there any dirt on this rubber pavement? We can easily clean it and it can look new again.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Liana and I'll be talking about ceramic vases. So the ceramic vase that I have is specifically a stoneware ceramic vase. Into making stoneware there are 3 general steps. First is wheel throwing, second is glazing, and the final part is firing. Stoneware is clay pottery that's been fired to an extremely high temperature of between 2000 and 2400 degrees. This makes it a perfect material for vases compared to any other materials. And why is that so? So stoneware is actually known for its durability due to its thick material that can withstand bumps and bruises. It's also high resistant to corrosion and chemical attack, and good wear resistance, and is watertight. If you take an example of, let's say, a crystal vase, they have such small pores that can accumulate microorganisms easily, which makes it difficult to clean. Now, once fired, stoneware are basically waterproof, thus it's much more easier to clean compared to crystal vases. In addition, stoneware ceramic vases are pretty much versatile and can be made into various shapes and colors. This is another example that I have of a stoneware ceramic vase. And these both are actually affordable, which is surprising considering the benefits that we have gone through here. And they can both potentially last of a lifetime and is eco-friendly, thus it can add a touch of class into your decoration at home. That's all from me, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, I'm Fawas. In this video, I'm going to talk about aquarium. Usually, aquarium is made from glass or arsenic, but this one is made from polystyrene. Polystyrene, abbreviated as PS, is a synthetic hydrocarbon polymer that contains aromatic group with chemical formula CaHAN. It is under the category of thermoplastic, which means it can be melted and remolded again and again. This material is relatively light in weight and heat stable. Other properties are that it is biologically inert and non-toxic, which is an ideal material for aquarium, so it will not contaminate the water. One of the reasons why people prefer polystyrene over glass or high-density polyethylene as the material for aquarium is that it is simply cheaper. Styrofoam is also a polystyrene, but the properties are quite different. I wonder how many types of polystyrene are there.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi, my name is Ahmad bin Hamamilin, and this right here is my keyboard skin cover, which is made out of polymer. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get into it. This keyboard skin cover is made out of silicone, which is an example of the Mosaic, and as we learned before, it is water resistant and it prevents dust and dirt getting into our keyboard. As we can see, by spilling water on this surface of the keyboard, it doesn't affect our original keyboard, and it only affects the surface of the skin cover, and also the dust will only stick on the gaps on this skin cover. And that is why it is so efficient to have this skin cover, where it protects our keyboard, our laptop keyboard, from all costs. Not only that, this skin cover is also pliable, where I can just roll like plastic, and also it is ductile. It won't tear easily because it will slowly getting wider and wider. So yeah, I think that is all from me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and stay tuned for the next review.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone, my name is Nur Zafirah binti Talib with number metric 2119418. Okay, today I would like to talk about this mineral water bottle. Did you know that all these kind of plastic have different category? This bottle, it is under category PET. It's called polyethylene terephthalate. How did I know? Okay, look at the bottom of the bottle. It have the label number 1 here. Yet, PET are most common used plastic, such as this bottle. As you can see the characteristic of this PET, you can see at this bottle, it is colorless and then it's flexible. When you drink all the water here, you can easily make it squeeze like this. Yes, so it's called flexible. It's not easy to break because it's flexible. So the other one is have the good moisture. Means that this bottle will keep the water from getting drier. The volume of this water will stay still. This cap, the label shows 02. The 02 is for HDPE, high density polyethylene. This bottle all label and categorize different kind of plastic. This plastic, its bottle and its cap is PET and HDPE. So it's categorized different bottle because it's easy for them to recycle. They melt the plastic, gather the plastic with same kind, HDPE with HDPE, PET with PET, so they melt it and reuse it and recycle it. Okay, that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.
Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Mas. Here in my hand is a plastic ruler. This plastic ruler was made from a polystyrene plastic. Polystyrene plastic is a versatile plastic that are used to make wide variety of consumer products. Polystyrene are most uniquely used as a foam, but it also has a wide range of uses as a traditional plastic. Polystyrene is a polymer made from monomer styrene and liquid hydrocarbon. The physical properties of a polymer, such as its strength and flexibility, depends on 4 things, which are the change length, the side group, the branching, and also the cross-linking. In general, the longer the change are, the stronger the polymer will be. For the side group, polar side group will give a stronger attraction between the polymer chains, which will make the polymer stronger. Next, if the branching of a polymer is straight, unbranched polymer chain impact together closely, and which will give a higher density to the polymer, therefore making them stronger. The last one is if the polymer are linked by a covalent bond, then they are stronger and they are more difficult to melt, and hence making them more stronger. Why polystyrene is chosen to be the material of this plastic ruler? It is because the strength and flexibility of this polymer has. Hence, I think that's all from me. Thank you and bye.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Irdina. I will be talking about CDs. As we all know, CD is a polymer, but to be exact, it's a polycarbonate. What is a polycarbonate? Polycarbonate is a tough thermoplastic. It is not only highly transparent, but also has good toughness, which most of the other thermoplastics do not possess. Polycarbonate plastics are a naturally transparent amorphous thermoplastic. What is it used for? Polycarbonate polymers are used to produce a variety of materials and are particularly useful when impact resistance or transparency are a product requirement. Example is bulletproof. And PC is commonly used for plastic lenses in eyewear, in medical devices. Polycarbonate also has very good heat resistance and can be combined with flame retardant materials without significant material degradation. Polycarbonate is very pliable. It can be typically formed at room temperature without breaking or cracking. So for this reason, it is widely used for making CDs, safety goggles, mixed jar lids, and etc. What are CDs made of? CD consists of 3 layers of materials: a base layer made of a polycarbonate plastic, a thin layer of aluminium coating over the polycarbonate plastic, and a clear protective acrylic coating over the aluminium layer. Why does CD use polycarbonate instead of PVC? Because first, PC is much stronger and mechanically more stable than PVC and many other polymers. CD must be strong enough to resist any mechanical damage. That is why polycarbonate is very useful for making CDs, because it is the best choice that we have had. Bye, thank you.
Hi, my name is Star. So today I'm going to talk about this stainless steel straw. Why I choose this material is because it's easy to get, and you can see a lot of people are using it nowadays. Although there are quite a lot of straw plastic, but people already have the awareness, so they, instead of using plastic, they use this one to save the earth, which is contribute to the greener earth. So first of all, this stainless steel straw is very durable. It's very not easily corrode. You can use it as many times you want. The lifespan is good. Not like the plastic straw, like you just throw it away after use once. And it's easy user friendly. You can just put it in your bag, a backpack, and just simply bring along with you. So next will be, it's very like eco-friendly, like I said at the start of my video. It's like very it's contribute to the greener earth. We can save consume less plastics. So the disadvantage of this quite expensive because it takes a lot of money to produce one. I bought this from Typo. I think it's around 70. So I think this one is cost around 20 ringgit. Next, it could damage your teeth. Like when you drink it, like it hit your upper teeth like this. So it can be bad. So I hope that humankind can contribute toward more greener earth. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, I am Iwana and this is my collapsible cup that is made from a synthetic polymer known as silicone. Silicone is used to make this cup as it is high resistant to damage and degradation from extreme temperatures. It will not harden, crack, peel, dry out or become brittle over time. It makes this cup lightweight, hence easy to transport. It is non-toxic and odorless, contains no BPA, latex, lead or phthalates. Silicone is a man-made inorganic polymer composed of carbon, silicon, oxygen and hydrogen. During chemical reaction, carbon and silica are heated together at elevated temperatures to produce silicone. Other materials are not used to make this cup because silicone have high durability, chemical stability and great weatherability. It can deform and is pliable as it is an elastomer and have high deformation property. Since silicone are easy to clean, non-stick and non-staining, it is popular in kitchen utensils and cookware too. You can test a silicone product for chemical fillers by pinching or twisting a flat surface of it to see if any white shows through. If you see white, a filler has been used as pure silicone should not change color at all. I want to know if silicone can be used in facial treatments to treat acne scars. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irham. I have choose plastic hanger. Plastic hanger is commonly we see in our house. It's made from polymer, which is polypropylene. Why is polypropylene? It is because polypropylene have a good resistance towards electricity and also chemical resistant at high temperature. It also have a good flexibility. As you can see, you can bend it, it will not break, and it also tough. When we throw it to the wall or to hard place, it will not break down. And then it a good fatigue resistant, which we can hit it and we call it constantly, and it will not happen anything to this hanger. And lastly, its properties, it have good heat resistant, which when we put it under the sunlight, it will not be heated.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Masha Shaira binti Marzi Izzuddin and my metric number is 2119798. In this video, I would like to present to you the most commonly used object in construction industry, or perhaps you can even find it in your own house, which is nails. So, have you ever thought of how this small little nail can hold up a photo frame or fasten pieces of wood together, which if you compare the size of a photo frame and a wood with this small little nail, obviously they are bigger and heavier. All common nails today are made of steel, which is iron, with a small amount of carbon included to increase the hardness. The amount of carbon is just a fraction of a percent, so for all intent and purpose, the common variety nail is in fact iron. Steels are ductile, strong and hard. What I mean by it is ductile is that it can withstand a large amount of deformation. Most nails have a broad, circular head, and the finishing nails have a narrow, tapered head, which allows them to be countersunk below the surface of the material and covered over to produce a smooth finish. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum guys. Hi there. My name is Harris and today I'm going to talk to you about these plastic chairs. So, the plastic chair is made of thermoplastic propylene. So, why do we choose propylene? So, polypropylene. So, the first one is because it is very strong and has the ability to stand up the force being applied to it without bending it or breaking it, or in other ways, deforming it. So, how does the chair produce, how the chairs are produced. So basically, it is produced through injection molding, because through injection molding, it is a cheapest and the quickest technique that we can use to make these chairs. So all you're gonna need is injection molding equipment, and material, and also mold. So what are the polypropylene properties is we have a
Good chemical resistance, good fatigue resistance, and tough, and also good heat resistance. So why do we choose polypropylene
to make the plastic chair instead of wood and steel? Because first of all, the thing like steel and wood are probably heavy and not much easy to carry it from there to there. We choose polypropylene because using polypropylene allowing us to move the chairs more easily from another place to another place. So I expect to learn more about this polypropylene or polymer, because as we can see, polymer is widely used in the world, and also it is widely used because of its properties. So thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hello. I'm Firas Halim. Today I want to talk about the polymer of pencil. Here is pencil that I already separate from wood pencil. Surprisingly, after my research, I found that the material used in pencil was never lead. The reason we call it lead is that when graphite was discovered in Cumbria, England during 1500 back then, people thought that graphite was a form of lead, but it's two different things. The truly composition in this pencil is graphite and clay mixture. Why graphite used as a main material in pencil? It is because the properties of graphite is smooth, especially on paper, opaque, soft and straight, and last but not least, it is flexible but not elastic. How it made? This pencil is made up of a mixture of graphite, clay mixture, and water. After that, the mixture will be pressed and look like lead and baked in an oven almost 1500 degrees Fahrenheit or 815.56 degrees Celsius. Furthermore, I want to know the difference between the high polymer that used in mechanical pencil and polymer that used in wood pencil. Thank you.
Hi, I am Muharrama. So today I wanted to talk about rubber shoe sole. What material used to make this rubber shoe sole? It is from synthetic polymer called styrene butadiene rubber (SPR). Why I choose this material? Because I love shoes. So I wanted to know the material used to make the foundation, which is the sole that is responsible for keeping me safe. How is it made? The outside itself is either by hard press molding, sub-natural, or recycled rubber. To ensure the sole fit the surface, it is ground and shortened. Why not the material? Because there are a few characteristics of rubber sole that makes them unique. The properties itself, they offer excellent wear resistance, waterproof, bendable, tough, and as well as has great extended contraction stability. What I wanted to learn more about this material, we know that it is non-biodegradable. So I wanted to learn the efficient way or the new method to reuse or recycle this material into something useful than and earth-friendly. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nabil Ahmadi, and today I will talk about this lab coat made of a fabric called polycotton, which is the blend of cotton and polyester fabric. Polyester fabric is actually a fabric made of synthetic polymer called polyethylene terephthalate, or we known as PET. This polyester fabric is made from the reaction of ethylene glycol with terephthalic acid to create the polymer of PET, which this polymer of PET will then be dried into strip and extruded through a spinneret to create fibers. The properties of PET make this fabric highly durable and flexible. This fabric also resistant to many chemicals and have some splash protection. These properties is very useful as it will provide us some layers of protection while we are working with these chemical substances in the lab. Polyester fabric is blended with cotton. It makes this lab coat more breathable and very comfortable to use. Since we learned that the polyester, synthetic polyester can be recycled and used again and again for a very long time, I wonder how do they process this used polyester fabric? Will its properties remain the same, or will it be improved or otherwise? I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nabila Husna and today I will be talking about ceramic mugs. I choose this mug that made up of ceramics because it has a lot of advantages despite its pricey self. If you ever wondered how ceramics are made, ceramics are manufactured using porcelain, earthenware or stoneware. These materials then are diluted using water until the clay becomes liquid. The clay then is cast into the plaster mold. Before, I have always wondered why ceramics mugs are pricier when compared to plastic cups or glass mugs. I then found out that ceramic mugs have amazing properties like high melting point and low electrical conductivity. In simpler words, they are good insulator. When I just started using this mug, I noticed that my tea is not getting so much colder even after some time as my glass mug does. This is because ceramic loses heat at a slower rate than glass. Other than that, ceramic is also chemically inert, which means they are unreactive with other chemicals. Also, compared to plastic cups, they tend to remain more resistant to the smell or flavor trapping issues. Notice that sometimes when we make Milo or cordial drinks on our plastic water bottle, the smell and flavor will still be there even after washing them, and it is very uncomfortable for us to keep using them. Good things that this won't happen to ceramic mugs. Plus, they are also dishwasher safe. You can simply use warm soapy water and you're good to go. However, this ceramic has a property where it is naturally brittle. One thing that I want to know more about ceramic is I want to try myself to make ceramic products because I think it would be great to make myself things that I will be using in my daily life. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nabila and I'm going to talk about my pin portable fan. It is made up from metal. Metal is widely used in industries because it has good properties such as high melting points, good conductors of electricity and heat, high density and so on. Specifically, I want to discuss about its blades. There are three types of blades that always been used. They are timber blade, metal blade and plastic blade. Any fans with metal blades are among the most durable. They cut through the air with little resistance, resulting in a lot of airflow. Why I say it is durable? Metal is resistant to corrosion and durable under harsh conditions, make it able to endure anything. How can they cut through the airflows? Now look at its properties, malleability and ductility. The structure of metals consists of layers of metal ions. These layers can slide over each other when a force is applied. This means that the layers of the metal can be hammered flat and they can also slide over each other to make any shape. The metal was shaped to make blades so that it will have curved. Fan blades are curved for optimum air circulation, which is determined by solidity ratio. Solidity ratio is the ratio of area of the blades to the area of the disc swept by them. If the blades are flat, it will provide air, but the volumetric flow rate will be less compared to blade, which is suitably curved based on aerodynamic principle. Why I prefer metal blade than plastic blade is because its own property which is most durable, so that my fans can be used last longer. That's all from me, thank you.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, I'm Nidhal for the Sem1. I choose a nylon shirt as my example for polymers. This is my shirt. The shirt goes under the material of synthetic polymers. Nylon. Why not other material? If we use other material, the shirt won't happen to be nylon because it is made differently and won't happen to have the same properties. And for properties, it has dense molecular structure, extremely elastic, resilient and durable, abrasion resistant, water resistant, resistant to stain, UV rays, heat and chemicals, also resistant to mud and molding, and lastly, it dries quickly. How is nylon fabric made? From the extraction of diamond acid to combining, heating, this released substance is then heated to form a molten substance. Then extrusion, it is then loaded onto a thin spoon called a bobbin. The extrusion is growing, spinning, and lastly, it is dyed for this color that desired for the end product. Things I want to know this material is about the advantage, which is the synthetic polymers known as the non-biodegradable of nature of synthetic polymers, which them a permanent waste. Used polymer product like plastic bag and bottles cannot be dumped in sanitary landfill. These synthetic waste items are in the combust in incinerator, which result in a release of harmful gases and cause air pollution. That's all from me, and I hope we'll have more greener ways to use polymer in the future. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Najmi, and today for my third assignment I will be talking about silicone swimming tiles. So one thing about silicone is that it can be manufactured in many different colors, black, yellow, red, and purple, and many other colors. We must know how to differentiate between silicone from the periodic table and silicone, which is a compound of oxygen and other branches of functional groups. However, silicone is not rubber. Rubber is made of neoprene. Silicone is a polymer which could also be defined as an elastomer.
So this means that the object can be deformed and be brought back to its original shape. The reason we use silicone is because it's portable. It can be mass produced for all ages and levels.
Why I would like to study more this material because I want to innovate in the future. So we have that is resistant to mold, as you can see on this one here. So that's all for my video assignment, my materials assignment. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys benefit from it, and I'll see you guys next time.
Hi, I am Nasrul, and today I will introduce about my ping pong bat with the material that I want to highlight, which is rubber. First of all, why it's made by rubber actually? Because the rubber was very elastic, sticky and durable for use of the table tennis. It also can improve the quality of the game or table tennis because the rubber surface was very sticky with low ball to move the ball faster and spin rotation. There was two various of surface, which is the pimple and the flat one. It actually answers the main question why we use rubber as table tennis paddles. And you will ask, right, why we not use plastic and anything else that is durable also? Because of the thickness property, there is no material that is suitable to replace rubber itself. Let's go deeply. What is rubber actually? First of all, rubber is one of the material under the thermoset, which polymer that form irreversible chemical bond during curing and cannot remain unreceptive. To go specifically, the rubber used for table tennis paddle, which is synthetic rubber, that also used as many things, which is tire, o-ring and etc. Last but not least, one of the structure of the rubber, which is polyisoprene, that prepared by the polymerization of synthetic isoprene. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Irham and here is my food cover that I bought from Shampoo and it's made from silicone. I like this food cover because it prevents my food spilling out of my containers since it seals well. For your information, silicone food covers is a man-made polymer created from silicon, oxygen and other elements such as carbon and hydrogen. That's why it is durable and more eco-friendly than plastic. We can use it for a long time. And the best part is, it is safe from the dishwasher, oven and microwave. It doesn't matter if you wash it using hot or cold water, it won't get torn. If you guys need to reheat your food or bake something, no problem. It can withstand microwave and oven heat. Oh, anyway, unlike plastic wrap, Maggies and other disposable storage items, these can be used over and over again. They will retain their shape and ability for many years, and they are easily washed when dirty. So, after my explanation, you guys should buy and try it. I suggest you should change from plastic to silicone for our planet's safety. So that's all from me. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hi and Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurnisha Ismahani binti Zamzuri and today I'm gonna talk about flip-flops. What is this flip-flop made of? This is made of rubber. The natural rubber slippers are made from frame rubber tab from the rubber tree, which provides the flip-flops with its elasticity. The more rubber a flip-flop, as the more elastic the flip-flops will be. The elasticity determines the quality of the flip-flops and the comfort to the feet. Natural rubber, unlike synthetic materials, is silky smooth, ultra-light and durable. Normally, there are a number of chemicals are blended together to make the compound with the rubber order to make a flip-flop where the rubber part is the main component. A single pair of flip-flops takes about an hour to make from start to finish. A cardboard box full of rubber-like plastic pellets is used to start the basic process of making a flip-flop. The pellets are sucked up by an injection molding machine, heated and squirted into a hinged metal mold. Each mold is designed to create a single shoe each time it is filled, similar to a waffle iron. A worker trims any excess material from the molds as it cools. The flip-flops that pass must be trimmed of any excess material before being placed on racks.
The flip-flops are then packed and ready to be delivered to a near flip-flop store with fancy decorations. Other material that used to make a flip-flop is synthetic rubber. Synthetic rubber, on the other hand, comes from petrochemicals and it is not sustainable. It does not degrade and is harmful to the environment. Flip-flops come in various sizes, are comfortable, versatile, and easy to slip on and off, and are reasonably priced. It is made of natural rubber, which is biodegradable, and rubber trees are sustainable and environmentally friendly. Because it is a natural product, it can be completely recycled.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nuha binti Abdullah. Today I'm going to explain about glass bottle, to be specific, chili sauce glass bottle. This bottle is made from ceramic, so why glass is chosen as the best packaging material for the sauce? This is because it can make the sauce stay fresh for an extended period, even when we put it on the shelf outside the fridge. Sometimes we convert the sauce into the plastic bottle, which is polymer instead of the original bottle as it's easy to use. However, after a few days, we can observe that it is already stale and there is high tendency to leach into the product if you use plastic bottle. There are three main properties of bottle glass. The first one is it resistant to high temperature. Second, it is transparent. The sauce or product inside the bottle can be distinctly seen. Last, it is stiff, strong, but brittle. The glass has no preference exists to crack. How this glass bottle is made? This glass bottle is going to some process which the first one, the silica sand, is heated by gas and electricity about 1550 degrees Celsius to create molten glass and added flux. Flux is used to lower down the melting point, and the example of flux is soda lime, soda ash, and potash. After that, the molten glass cools about 1250 degrees Celsius in refiner. The air bubble trapped inside make their escape, and at the end of the feeder, shears cut the molten gas into gourds, and each gourd will become a glass container. We know that silica is the main ingredient in making glass. The sauce is acidic and silica is natural material that make it non-reactive. This is the reason why glass bottles are the best choice for sauce chili packaging. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Alifat and here is my father's raincoat. These raincoats are made from polyester and nylon. Why this material? Because nylon and polyester are not naturally absorbent the way natural fibers are. They naturally resist waterlogging and with a little bit of treatment, they can be made quite waterproof. Other than that, the primary material in a raincoat is fabric that has been specially treated to repel water. These raincoats are made of blend of two or more of the following materials such as cotton, polyester, nylon, and rayon. Raincoats can also made of wool, wool gabardine, vinyl, microfibers, and high-tech fabrics. If raincoat was made with this cotton fabric only, then the cotton would absorb the rainwater, making us wet, as cotton are not binded very closely as compared to synthetic fibers. Besides that, both nylon and polyester are durable and lightweight synthetic fibers, with properties like stretch resistant, easy care, and shrink resistant. Nylon is softer than polyester, but also stronger, while polyester is faster drying, easier to dye, and abrasion resistant. Lastly, about this material, I want to learn more about the polymer structure of polyester and nylon and more advantages of using materials and others. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Alia and this is my badminton racket. It is made from metal. Why it is metal to make this racket is because the fact that metal are more durable than the lots of materials, which make the metal rackets perfect for the beginners. Also, metal rackets are comparatively cheap, but the cost differs from brand to brand. It is made from steel that contains iron plus carbon 2%, which is typically used in badminton rackets. And these elements makes the racket strong and durable. The reason why it not use other material is that they are not going to break that easily when hit against the ground or against another racket. The properties of this racket is the ductility is high. However, it has poor elasticity, which means that you cannot string this racket at a high string tension. Lastly, what I want to learn more about metal is that the categories such as ferrous and non-ferrous metal, brittle and refractory metals, white metals, and also heavy and light metals. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nur Zafirah binti Mama Abu Bakar. For the assignment, I choose HDPE or high density polyethylene. I choose HDPE because most of the products that I use at home are kept in HDPE. For example, body wash, shampoo, face cleanser, and dishwashing moisturizing. HDPE is created under regulated conditions by applying extreme hot to the petroleum. This procedure, also known as cracking, aids in production of ethylene gas. The gas molecule will bind together to create polymers, which will subsequently make polyethylene. The properties of HDPE is the melting point is between 120 degrees Celsius to 140 degrees Celsius. And HDPE also known as a good chemical resistance. Chemical resistance means the abilities of the substance to endure itself from chemical attacks in certain period. What I want to learn more is what happens if I change the container or replace it from HDPE to glass. Is it better or bad? So that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Marsha. Today I want to show you about my study lamp. I bought this lamp from Shopee and it is made of metal. The base of this lamp is made of nickel-plated brass, which improves corrosion resistance. As we all know that metal has improved strength, it has a shiny surface, it is also hard and ductile, it is malleable and also cost efficiency. Metals are originally found in rocks and soil. However, the metals that we use currently are not pure metals. As an example, this lamp, it is made of nickel and brass. Metals are opaque, have a shiny lustrous appearance and finishing, a good thermal and electrical conductivity, and also ductile. Why not other materials? Other materials are not as sturdy and heavy as metal, they'll break easier and also cause a wastage of money. As an example, what I want to learn more about metal is that how can we make it earth-friendly, or is it already earth-friendly? Bye!
Hi, I am Sarah and this is my marriage food song. This food song is made from stainless steel, which is one of the type of metal. How it is made? The manufacture of stainless steel involves a series of processes. First, the steel is melted and cast into a solid form. After various forming steps, the steel is heat treated and cleaned and polished to give it the desired finish. Next, it is packaged and sent to the manufacturer, who weld and join the steel to give it the desired shape. Why did I choose this stainless steel and why not other material? The obvious reason, as a consumer, it is because it is easy to wipe clean. You can compare it with plastic. If you use plastic utensil to handle oily food, it is not easy to remove the oily stain from it. You may need more dish soap to clean it. What are the properties of this metal? Firstly, it is durable, which makes it not only less prone to physical damage, but it is also resistant to corrosion. Next, it is stiff, strong, yet ductile, which make it capable to withstand large amount of deformation. Lastly, it is malleable, temperature resistant, low maintenance, and more. What I want to learn more about this metal is their bonding. About the electron C model, many of the unique properties of metal can be explained by their bonds. That's all from me, thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is Nora Christina and this is my glass nail buffer. I'm here to describe the material used to produce this glass nail buffer. Like its name, this nail buffer was made from glass, which is one of the ceramics. Ceramics has optical properties, which are transparent, translucent, and opaque. And as you can see, this nail buffer is translucent because it allows some light to pass through it, so that you cannot see me clearly behind this glass buffer. Next, glass is non-crystalline as it is amorphous because the glass molten cool rapidly, causing the molecule don't have time to rearrange. There are two types of glass, which are borosilicate glass and soda-lime glass. This glass is soda-lime glass, which contain the main ingredient silica as much as 70%, 60% of soda oxide, 5% of lime, potash, magnesia, alumina, and flux. Flux is the catalyst
which lower the melting point during the glass processing. Furthermore, this type of glass is most widely used as it is easy to melt and shape. Yet, as we know, this glass has a poor durability as it is easy to break. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Hamza and this is my bottle mist, which made by a polymer and to be specific is polyethylene terephthalate. Here are the properties of the material. Polyethylene are categorized into three major groups: low density, high density, and also ultra high molecular weight. For instance, LDPE is used for making plastic shopping bag, HDPE for drying pipes, and UHMW for medical device. In general, the greater the material density, the more crystalline its structure. Higher crystalline structure have higher surface temperature. Why use LDPE? Because LDPE is the best described as low strength but highly ductile, thus allowing it to stretch without breaking. It also popular for a variety packaging application from a squeeze bottle to sealing film. How it is made? The plastic has to be melted at 150 to 350 degree Fahrenheit before the extrusion blow molded. From there, they can be reheated a second time to shape them further and then they be cooled. Why not we use other material? Like many thermoplastic, polyethylene is readily absorb moisture. They do not ordinarily require special drying regimes before injection molding or other processing.
Hi, Assalamualaikum, I'm Shakila, and now I at the running track. Nowadays, most of the running tracks are made up of the synthetic rubber, in which the rubber particle is bound together with the polyurethane. Polyurethane is one of the plastic family, or more specifically called as elastomeric polymers. Polyurethane has been the material in doing this running track since it is durable and soft. It also has a porous composition which will make extra comfortable for us to run and walk on it. The running track has been constructed in two layers. This layer of black rubber granule with a polyurethane weaving, and also the flat coat in which will be combined with the rubber surface dressing. The polyurethane has the properties of good electrical insulator and also high fire resistance. It also very resistant to the high temperature in which the harsh environment and many chemicals will not affect this material to degrade easily. It also have the higher capacity in both tension and compression, in which it will change the shape when there is a load on it, but it will change to original shape when the load is being removed.
Thus, I would like to know more what else can be made by using this material and also the process in the making of polyurethane. I also hope that one day I could do an R&D by using the waste of polyurethane so that I could give benefits to others and also the environment.
Hi, I'm Nakia. In this video, I'm going to share about aluminium foil. So basically, aluminium foil is a paper thin, shiny sheet of aluminium metal. It is made by rolling large slabs of aluminium until they are less than 0.2 mm thick. Why I'm choosing this material? Because it is used industrially for a variety of purposes, including baking, insulation, cooking, and it is also widely available in grocery stores for household use. But what I'm highlighting here, the advantages of using aluminium foil for cooking are it is sterile and therefore hygienic. Second, it is tasteless and odorless. And lastly, aluminium foil can be recycled several times without loss of quality. Then why aluminium foil is not made by other material? It is because aluminium is one of the cheapest metals available and is the most abundant metal on earth. But aluminium is also light and surprisingly strong. It has a low melting point and can be easily worked into sheets of foil, and it has very low toxicity, which is important for consumer products, particularly those that come into contact with food. If you have an application that you want to use metal for, but it doesn't have to take a lot of force, aluminium and zinc are usually your cheapest options, and aluminium is both stronger and frequently cheaper. So next, how aluminium be made? Aluminium foil is produced by rolling out cast from molten aluminium in a rolling mill to the desired thickness. To maintain a constant thickness, a technician monitors the rolling mill sensors to ensure the pressure on the slab is correct. Sensors are able to tell the technician if the pressure is too great or not enough, and then the technician can adjust the roller to apply more or less pressure. It is then coiled and sent to the cold rolling mill. To avoid breakage because of the thickness, the foil is doubled in the cold rolling mill and the rolled to the desired thickness. Aluminium foil provides a complete barrier to light, oxygen, moisture, and bacteria. For this reason, foil is used extensively in food and pharmaceutical packaging. It is also used to make aseptic packaging that enables storage of perishable goods without refrigeration. Last but not least, for the mechanical properties of this material are: it is light yet strong. Aluminium foil has unique dead-fold characteristic, which make it ideal for wrapping and rewrapping many different products and product shapes, while minimizing the need for sealants. Because it is very malleable, it can be easily deformed without losing its barrier integrity. Otherwise, for the heat performance, aluminium foil is very conductive to heat. It stands up to all temperature variations encountered in the processing and use of packaging, from well below blast freezing to the extremes of baking and grilling, without distorting, melting, or the risk of sudden cracking. Aluminium foil is also dissipates heat quickly, ideal for autoclaving and heat sealing processes. I think that's all for this video. Thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, my name is Ahmad and for my materials assignment, I chose the basketball. So, I have decided to study this material because I wanted to improve upon the ball to make it more affordable, more durable, and more accessible to players of all levels. As an outdoor basketball, this ball has a polyurethane cover that has a high durability compared to indoor basketball, which uses leather covers. This is because the rough surfaces on the outdoor courts will wear more on the basketball than the indoor surfaces hardwood. Okay. For the purpose of the game, this ball uses 70% polyester and 30% nylon on the bladder cover to have dependable bounciness. So that's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ridwan. Today I'm gonna do a review about resin figure. First of all, let me talk about the process to create a resin figure. The process to create it is divided into two stages, which is the first stage is molding and the second stage is combining. For the molding stage, a pressure is applied to hold the mold plastic until it becomes cold and hard. And then the manufacturer will use either glue or ultrasonic sealing method to fuse and combine all the mold part to become a resin figure. Okay, after I used the resin figure for a few days, I found out a few issues, just like the resin figure is brittle at a certain part, like this spiky part, and that means this part will break if we drop it on the ground. And the second problem is the resin figure doesn't resist to fatigue. As an example, the joint part can easily lose if we always use it. As a conclusion, resin figure is one of the polymer material that widely used by people to play it or can be a decoration in our room. That's all from me. Thanks for watching my video.
Assalamualaikum, I'm Rushaidi and this is my disposable plastic food container. Basically, the category of material used for making this container is plastic, and plastic is known as synthetic polymer. The type of synthetic polymer for making this food container is polypropylene, aka PP. Plastic is often used in the making of food container because it has a high flexibility and it's convenient to use. And the other thing is, this food container is made by polymerization of propylene gas in the presence of catalyst system, which is metallocene. catalyst. There are two properties of polypropylene. Firstly, it has resistance to fatigue, and also it can withstand the autoclave temperature. Plastic can contribute to air pollution through open burning. So what I want to learn more about this material is, as a chemical engineer, how we can produce safer plastic in the making of food container to make sure that we can counter this air pollution. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Shakila and this is my kataya. So kataya is made from synthetic rubber, which one of the example of thermoset, and thermoset is one of the categories of polymers. So why we use synthetic rubber and not natural rubber to make katayas is because when the car move, there is a friction between the ground and also the kataya that will generate the heat, and natural rubber cannot withstand this heat, and eventually if we use natural rubber, the kataya will be melt. So how the synthetic rubber is made? Synthetic rubber is made by the addition of the sulfur into the rubber chain at the high temperature, and this sulfur will crossing the rubber chain and make the tire become more harder and have a better durability, so that the lifespan of tire become longer. So this process we call it as vulcanization process, and that is the reason why we use synthetic rubber to make a tire, because it has a better resistance at aging, abrasion and also temperature, and it's cheaper than natural rubber. So for additional information, since car tire is non-biodegradable, we use the old car tire to make the pavement rubber, such as the running track at the stadium. So I hope we will learn more about the other example of the thermoset beside the car tire and epoxy, so that we have the wider knowledge. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Sophia, and this is a mentos container that are made from synthetic polymers, specifically polypropylene known as PP for the body, and for the cap is made from low density polyethylene LDPE. They are thermoplastic. Polypropylene is derived from petroleum and is made from polymerization of propylene gas in the presence of a catalyst system. This is the chemical structure of PP, and the chemical formula is C3H6N. LDPE is produced by compressing monomer ethylene gas in an autoclave or tubular reactor to facilitate polymerization. The chemical formula of LDPE is C2H4N, but LDPE has branch structure compared to HDPE. And LDPE are considered as one of the safest plastic because they do not leach harmful toxins when storing. The similar properties of PP and LDPE are, firstly, they are good in chemical resistance, meaning they will not react with anything that we store except by strong oxidizing agent for LDPE. Secondly, they can withstand high temperature. For PP, it can withstand autoclave temperature, thus it is microwave safe. And for LDPE, the range is from 65 degrees Celsius to 90 degrees Celsius. Lastly, they are good in electrical insulator. PP is mostly used in electronic components, however, LDPE is commonly used for electrical wires and cables. Four properties of PP is semi-rigid, translucent, and tough, and saturated. It is also resistant to fatigue. For example, the durability of the leading hinge enables the cap to be opened and closed repeatedly without breaking, whereas LDPE is flexible, low tensile strength, and also high impact. It can withstand a lot of stretching before it breaks. Lastly, it's moisture resistant. In the end, I like to learn more about application of PP and LDPE in our daily lives.
Hi, my name is Maisara binti Mahdi, and this is my Xiaomi silicone wash strap. So, this silicone rubber is a long-lasting and extremely resistant elastomer, which is a rubber-like substance made up of silicone, which is polymer, and other molecules such as carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So, silicone rubber synthesis majorly involved in three steps, which is preparation of chlorosilane followed by hydrolysis, and then polymerization yielding silicone elastomers. Silicone rubber contains a SiO bond, which is silicone and oxygen bond, in its structure. Therefore, it has a higher heat resistance, chemical stability, electrical insulation, abrasion resistant, weatherability, and ozone resistant than organic rubber. These silicone rubber's distinct characteristics originate from its unusual molecular structure, which allow it to transport both inorganic and organic compounds. Silicone rubber is widely utilized in sectors such as aerospace, automotive, construction, medical, E&E, food processing, and others because of its unique properties. Silicone rubbers are utilized as elastomers, adhesive and sealants, coating and encapsulating, and as well as coatings, lubricants, and other purposes.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Arif, and today I will be talking about this oven-proof bakeware. It is an example of a type of ceramic glass called borosilicate glass. Borosilicate glass is made of 80% silica, 13% boric oxide, and a combination of soda ash and alumina. It is made by heating the raw materials at extremely high temperatures for extended periods of time. After molten, they put the raw materials into molds to create different types of glassware, such as this. This material is incredibly useful as it has very good thermal resistance, allowing it to be used for cooking and baking at high temperatures. It cannot be replaced by other materials such as lead glass, for example, because that type of ceramic would break at high temperatures and making it unusable for baking. That is all about this type of ceramic. Thank you.
Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Wan Asfar Adili bin Abdullah. My matric number is 211C187 and this is my plastic spoon and I'm gonna review it in this video. Check it out. So first of all, this plastic spoon is made from polystyrene, and polystyrene is made from a process known as suspension polymerization. Next, so why polystyrene is suitable to make the plastic spoon is, first of all, it's expensive. It's a low cost to produce the product. Second, it's a brittle. It has poor impact strength due to stiffness of the polymer backbone. And third is poor barrier to oxygen and water. And lastly, it has low melting point. Lastly, I would like to talk about the feature or what will happen to the polystyrene. This is because polystyrene cannot be biodegraded. So some kind of mealworms can eat polystyrene and will degrade in their guts. But some kind of bacteria can convert styrene all into biodegradable HA. So it will save our work.
Hi, it's me, Shasha, introducing the new metal tumbler, perfect for sipping your cold and hot drink, anywhere, anytime.
These tumblers are made from metal or specifically from a stainless steel and comes with the vacuum insulator properties that can keep your favorite beverage up to 5 hours. It doesn't matter your beverage are cold or hot.
I leave some ice in it for about 6 hours and surprisingly, the ice still retains its frozen state. The manufacturing process of this metal tumbler is stainless steel will arrive in the form of pine and sheets and then continue with assembly and welding as well as vacuuming and lastly decorating.
Why we use a metal tumbler? These metal tumblers are perfect for both hot and cool drinks. It also tough enough to use daily and perfect for your gift. Why we use this metal tumbler rather than this plastic tumbler? Because this metal tumbler contains no BPA and cannot cause a food poisoning. And also, it don't dent easily rather than this plastic tumbler. You don't have to worry about it breaking or damaging in an extreme temperature. Therefore, use the metal tumbler daily rather than this plastic tumbler. No to plastic, yes to metal.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad bin Ziqri and my metric number is 2114435. And today I'm going to discuss about silicone phone case. And alright, so this is my silicone phone case. As you can see, I really love this kind of cases. That's why I have 3 of them. These cell phone cases were carefully designed and were made by molding processes. The silicone phone cover feels rubbery. This is why it helped me to obtain a good grip when I'm holding my phone like this. This is why I choose it over the other material such as leather, plastic or TPU. It is also noticeably lighter than the other material. And finally, its durability. The silicone cases, particularly the rubber type, endure longer than the plastic one. These material features include flexibility, water resistance, and also biocompatibility. My aim is that I will learn more about the shortcoming of this material and develop a new product that will compensate for its flaw. With that marks the end of my presentation. I really hope that you guys like it, and stay tuned until the next video.